Hey guys, I want to talk to you a little bit today about where to find happiness in your life. And I'm not at all going to be talking about types of things you can be doing that might bring you happiness, because those are all subjective. Each and every one of us have different things that we enjoy and that do bring us satisfaction and enjoyment and happiness and all these things. But more talking about your mindfulness today. When you really stop and think about what happiness is, it really is just a feeling inside of your mind, right? Happiness is not a thing you can touch, put on your mantle at your house and look at, and it's nothing like that. Of course, it's just it is completely strictly in your mind, and that's something that each and every one of us gets to have the power to derive for ourselves. I think there is certainly a measure of, let's say, awareness, or just, whatever way you want to look at it. Just the way that your mind is functioning and processing things has a lot to do with this happiness business, as I've found it. And I wanted to just talk a little bit about one of my favorite phrases or things that I try to remember, words to live by, as it relates to this subject. And that is that with most things in life, or the way most of us, our minds work anyways, let's say, is that there's a saying that goes something like, depression lives in the past, anxieties live in the future of what is yet to come, and happiness only exists in the now, in the very moment that is real, the only thing that's real in your life. And this, of course, if you've read the book The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle, a lot of this is more or less talked about and derived in his book there. At least the point in time in my life where it rang loudly in my mind and made a lot of sense. And I'm not sure if he specifically was the one that coined this phrase initially. I have to think that this sort of wisdom came from somewhere else initially, but nonetheless, it's here for all of us to understand and to enjoy. But as we said, the depression in the past over things that have already happened, the anxieties in the future about what might happen, those are all things that are more or less imaginary when you stop and think about it. It's only a figment of what's going on in your mind, because those moments have either already come and gone and they're long gone in your past, or they haven't even happened yet in your future. And those negative feelings that come along with both those things are very much, I think they are controllable. And as long as you just have this awareness about yourself, and you have this mindset and just this realization that neither of those things is really truly real in this very waking moment. And what is real? The real is the right now, right at this very second. What am I doing? What's going on in my life? What's happening around me? Like, how do I feel about that? And more often than not, there's happiness there. There's happiness even in your everyday, just being where you're at in life, hopefully, for most of us. I know that's not everybody. I know that's something to be worked on in and of itself. But even if you don't have some magnificent life of your dreams right at this very moment, I still think that you can be happy, and you can find your happiness in the very breaking moment of the now. And this is just something that I try to keep in the back of my mind when I start to go down that rabbit hole of thinking about the past or thinking about the future, and you start to feel bad about whatever it is that's crossing your mind as it relates to both of those two things. I mean, I just try to stop and really, really identify, hey, where are you at right at this very second? And for example, the thoughts that would go through my mind when I go through something like that is, okay, right now I'm sitting on my couch in my house, in my place that I love. I love my space here. I'm fortunate to live in a beautiful place. It's a nice sunny day outside. It's, I'm healthy. I've got food in my refrigerator. I've got a roof over my head. I've got friends and family and people around me that care about me. That is right now, right at this very second, right at July 21st, 8:12 a.m., for example, as I record this, right? That is right now. And there is a measure of peace and happiness that can come along if you're able to think on those terms. And it certainly does take an effort, because as I said, I know we all have those times when we go down that rabbit hole and you go to some dark places in your mind. But if you just have this understanding, you just have this sort of concept in your head, and you have the ability to stop those thoughts when they start to manifest, and just do like I'm telling you to do here. Just take a pause, ask yourself, where am I at right now? What is happening at this very second, in this solitary moment in time? What's going on? And am I happy with that? Am I not? It may not be, as I said, complete, nirvana, happiness, perfect moments every single waking second of your life, but I would venture to say that you can find some happiness in this moment of now if you look at things in the right way and you have that positive mindset about you. There's some small piece of happiness in every breaking second of your life here on the earth here. And it just takes a little bit of, like I said, the awareness to just recognize that and think about this and learn to control your mind in a way to feel this and to experience this and to have this. And this is something that each and every one of us is able to have. There is nobody that can restrict your mind from being able to operate in this sort of way. Anybody can do this. Okay. All right, guys. I hope that makes sense. I hope you're having a wonderful day today. We'll talk again real soon.